Well, what's up, YouTube? Goodbye, USA. This is my third take on this same video. I think there's something wrong with my camera and my computer. My computer's pretty old. Anyways, this is Goodbye, USA for like the third time. Maybe three times the charm. Anyways, it is Tuesday evening over here, about 5:30. It is actually on Khmer New Year Day. Today is April 14th. They have Khmer New Year. Well, they actually have off 9 days. Okay, they have off 9 days over here. I don't know why they need 9 days off for a New Year. Maybe a couple, 3 days tops, but they shut everything down for 9 days, and nobody's making no money. The businesses are closed, and everybody's just drinking beer. That's all it is. They just go out. They call it their homeland. They go out to these provinces that are just, I mean, they're just nasty out there. Well, for me, they're nasty. There's just cows and chickens and dirt roads and shacks and all the family gets together out there at these houses, and people are sleeping all on the floor with fans and stuff. It's just, I'm not into it, so I don't go anyways. I'm right here at my house, and it was hot as hell today, man. I took my daughter swimming this morning at 9 o'clock. They got a pool. I didn't take her to one of the nicer pools. They got a really nice pool at the gym I go to upstairs, but you got to be, in order for her to swim by herself, she got to be 13 and above, and she's only 10, and it's probably half an hour from here. It's not no big deal, but then they got another one. They got a Cambodian country club. Really beautiful pool. Absolutely spotless. It is a saltwater pool, which means it doesn't have any chlorine. It doesn't have any algae in it at all because of the of the salt water. The algae just won't grow inside that salt water. I'm sure they put other chemicals in there too. But I'd much rather swim in that pool than I would with the chlorine. But I just didn't feel like driving all the way over there. So the one we went to is maybe like 10 minutes away, something like that. We went 9 o'clock this morning and came home about 11. I had some lunch, had something to eat, took me a shower, got all that chlorine off me, and took me a little nap. Got up, looked at my YouTube subscribers, and man, I got 114 on this channel, man. Thank you guys so damn very much. Man, I'd hug every one of you. Well, if you were a nice looking young lady, I'd probably kiss you on the cheek, but I'm not going to kiss no man on the cheek. But anyways, I'd give you a nice hug. I want to thank every single one of you guys for watching my videos. As you can see on the thumbnail is the thumbnail, okay? What you see there is what I used to see all the time at the other school that I taught at. Okay, I taught there for 3 years. I was the only male teacher. Well, they had a couple other male teachers. They didn't last too damn long, but mostly it was ladies. Okay, and I taught 3 classes in the morning and 3 classes in the afternoon and 1 class in the evening. And a lot of times those teachers would come to work in the morning, and I could smell beer on their breath. Now, I don't drink, so I can smell it really easy. You can brush your teeth all you want. You can take all the breath mints you want, chew all the gum, do whatever you want to do, but I can still smell it because I don't drink. Okay, just like someone doesn't smoke can smell cigarette smoke, which I used to smell in the bathroom sometimes. I don't know where it came from, but. And a few of the teachers would go home at lunch. Okay, come back from lunch, and I could smell beer on their breath again. Okay, so that's why they want us foreigners to come over here and teach. Okay, number one, the teachers teach this broken English that probably a lot of you would not understand. Okay, they look in the book so they can write correct grammar, but when they speak it, they just don't speak it correctly. Okay? Even though the book will have an S on it, or even on the whiteboard when they write their lesson will have an S, or it needs an S, they will leave it off or add it on. Just a lot of words they don't pronounce correctly. Okay? And it's because they just didn't learn English from a young age like we did. So most of the families want English taught by a native English speaker like myself, or possibly like you guys. Well, some of you guys from like Oakland, Chicago, and Memphis, Detroit, I don't think you could come over here and teach. I don't believe you could. I don't think they'd understand what the hell you were talking about. I've spoken to some of those people, and I don't understand what they're saying. Okay, I believe it's called Ebonics or some other kind of name for it. Anyways, so like I said, they want us to come over here and teach, because we're going to teach them correctly. Okay, and they know when these schools know when they hire a foreign teacher, number one, we're going to be there on time. Okay, most of the people over here are late. It's just part of their culture. They're late. They tell you you're going to be there at 8. You're not going to be there at 9:15. Okay. The teachers over here, a lot of them at these cheaper international schools will call in sick a lot, usually on a Monday, because they've had too much to drink on a Sunday night, or the day after payday. They will call in sick. Okay? Or on a Friday afternoon, they will go home at lunch and then they call in sick. So I was there for 3 years, and I believe I called in sick once or twice. And one of those times I had actually fallen down the stairs. I slipped. The stairs were just a little bit wet, and my wife had mopped them, and I didn't know that. I slipped and fell on the stairs a little bit, so I had to go to the doctor. But for the most part, I was there every day. 67, I'll let you guys decide if that's old or not. I don't know. 67, and I was still there from the morning until the evening. Okay? My head has never been on a desk in my damn life. I don't put my head on a desk at school, especially when I'm working. Okay? And you're going to see on the thumbnail what I used to see all the time. All the teachers that put their damn head on the damn desk. I don't know why, because they're in their 20s, and I'm 67 years old, and I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I don't go to bed at 8 o'clock at night, or 8:30, whatever time. I don't know why they're putting I know why they're putting their head on the desk. I'm just going to tell you, and they probably don't want me to tell you, but I'm telling you what. Because they drink. They drink at lunch. Okay? Alcoholism over here in Cambodia is off the charts. These people do nothing. They just sit around and drink all the time. For them, a beer is just like for us having a cup of coffee or a Coca-Cola, man. It's just beers everywhere. And it's not even good beer. It's the cheapest beer they can buy. And they seldom drink whiskey or any kind of like hard liquor like that because they just can't afford it. All they can afford to buy is that cheap-ass beer. So anyways, I'm going to get out after my New Year, and I'm going to get out and see if I can find me another teaching job. I enjoy teaching. Okay? I don't really want to teach around these little villages anymore. They're near my house, but the children, their behavior is just out of control, and at my age, I just don't want to do that. I had somebody offer me a job last week. I believe it was last week. Want to know that I want to teach kindergarten and first grade. And I told him, I said, sir, I really do appreciate that. That's a nice offer. But I don't want to teach ABCs and apple and banana and monkey and all the rest. I don't want to do that. Plus, the children don't understand any English. Okay? So I have to have a Cambodian teacher in there with me to translate. Okay? And most of those children that come to those schools, they don't even know how to hold a pencil. So you have to just constantly walk around and tell them to stop playing and help them hold a pencil and write correctly. And it's just, it's just not a fun experience. I like teaching. I'm going to say 7th grade on up, maybe 8th grade on up, something like that. It just depends on the students. But like I said, I'm going to make a piece of paper and I'm going to show you guys my bills. I'm going to show you guys my bills. Now, some of them I'm going to have to estimate, obviously. Grocery bills, because I don't know exactly. My wife goes to the market almost every day just to buy vegetables and fruit stuff. But I'll show you guys my electric bill. I'll show you guys my homeowner association fee. My electric bill, it varies, $150, $160 a month. Just depends. We got air conditioners all throughout the house. So, like I said, it just varies on how hot it is. It's been hot as hell over here. This is coming up into their hot season. But like I said, I don't know why you guys want to stay over there in the USA, man, and work for, and work 40, 60, 70 hours a damn week and pay all that insurance. I don't pay any insurance. I'm going to show you guys on the paper. I'm going to show you how much insurance I pay, which is going to be real easy because it's going to be a big old fat zero. I don't pay any homeowners insurance, any car insurance. I pay for my own medical. Like I said, the cost of living over here is cheap. Okay. If anybody thinks they're going to move to Cambodia and they're moving to some kind of damn tropical paradise like Hawaii or something like that, or Costa Rica, but it's not like that. This is an absolutely third world country. Most of the people around here, they just throw their rubbish in front of their house. The roads are tore up. Where I live is nice. I live in a very nice subdivision, and they got some really nice condos, some really nice apartments, man. Like I looked at an apartment. The reason I looked at one is if I get a job teaching all the way in the city, I'm not driving an hour and a half each way through that traffic. I'll just get me a little apartment. But I looked at a really nice apartment, a nice 1-bedroom, kitchen a little small, but I don't care. I'm not going to cook anyways. All these sandwiches and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, like I said, I looked at a really super nice apartment, and it was fully furnished, had a TV, an air conditioner. It had stairs going upstairs to the bedroom. The bedroom was all kind of like a loft area. It wasn't like it didn't appear to have a door. It had like a wall where you couldn't see into the actual where the bed was from downstairs. But I would imagine if you had guests downstairs and you had a girl up in that bedroom, they were going to hear something. Okay, but it would be perfect for a couple people, a single person or even a couple, man. Like I said, so the cost of living over here makes it worth it. I'm going to come up with a paper. I'm going to show you guys, like I said, my bills. I'm going to list all my bills and show you guys what kind of a life you guys can have over here. And I don't know why you guys want to stay in an expensive ass USA. Okay? And what I told people too on my short video, now I only make one short video per channel. Been talking to AI about that. Said three shorts in the morning is just too many. And AI was correct. I'm only making one short per channel, and I'm getting a lot more views. So, anyways, I did talk about, like I said, I'm gonna try to go back to teaching again. I do like teaching. It's fun when you have good students. I like to interact with them. The parents, they like it when there's a native English speaker teaching the class. Okay, number one, our grammar is correct. Number two, it's interaction with the children. That all they look at is these Cambodian movie, or these. Their movies are made in India or Thailand or China, whatever the hell it is, and then they dub the words over into their language, into Khmer. And even even if they watch English movies, they're dubbed over too into the Khmer language. So their interaction, especially out here in where I live at, their interaction with native English speakers is very, very limited. So the parents like it when they can learn from a native English speaker like myself. And everything over here is so damn cheap. Like I said, I go to the gym, man. I go to a really nice gym, and it's $1.50 a day, or you want to pay by the month, it's $30 a month. I mean, you just can't beat it. I pay by the day because sometimes I don't go. I ride my bicycle around over here. I like to ride my bicycle around through the village, see what's going on around me and stuff. Anyway, this is my third take. Like I said again, this is my third take on this video. I don't know if there's something wrong with my camera, but it won't upload. So, and I got me a nice little, I don't have one of those round lights. You know those round ones that all those, you see them, I see them downtown, all those, they call them influencers. I don't know who the hell they're influencing, but influencers and passport bros and streamers, they got these round lights they set up around them. Number one, I don't really have no room for that on my desk. Number two, I got a solar light right over here that does kind of the same thing. It kind of brightens my face up so I'm not looking like a ghost. You know? Anyway, so I hope this video uploads. And like I said, I want you guys to look at that thumbnail. I want you guys to look at that thumbnail. That teacher's head is on the desk. And the reason it's on the desk is, on that day, I remember that day specifically, okay? They moved me around. I had, like I said, I had 3 classes in the morning and 3 classes in the afternoon. I was in a different classroom every one of those periods. And I remember that day. I went into her class on the second period. When she came back from lunch, I could smell beer on her breath. And by the time I was in her class in the second period in the afternoon, she already had her lesson written on the whiteboard. And my job was to go in there and grade the students' homework in their composition book. That's why I was sitting in the back of the class and took the picture. Okay? As soon as I went in there, she put her head down on that desk, and I know she was sleeping because I could hear her. Okay? For me, I'd have fired her. I wasn't the principal. I took a picture of it. I didn't share it with anybody. I share it with you guys. But teachers like that are why this country is 139th poorest in the world. It's 122nd something in education. It's because they have these teachers, they pay next to nothing, and they just let them do whatever they want. Okay? To me, for a teacher to put her head on the desk like that in front of those students is a bad example, is disrespectful, is unprofessional, okay, as a teacher. I've never done it, and I never will do it. If I'm sick, I'll go home. And I was sick very few times at that school, okay? Even when I was sick, had a cold or whatever, I still went to school, and I still did my class. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. If you can push the subscribe button, I'm at 114, man. Can we hit 200? Am I being too damn greedy? Okay, I'll take 120, man. But if you guys get me to 200, man, if you guys get me to 200, I was going to say I'd dance naked on the screen, but I probably ain't going to do that. I could take it. People probably wouldn't watch after that. Or maybe they would. Hell, I don't know. Anyway, so you guys have a good one. And I'm going to try it again to upload this damn video. All right? So you guys have a good one. All right, man? Thank you very much. And this is going to be my third attempt.